Sound check. All right. Hi, everyone. This is Star Channel Tarot, and I'm going to be looking into Pisces dealing with all signs. So I'm going to do an all signs today. So let's start with our prayer. Jenny, good morning. All right, let's start with our prayer. All right. Dynamo Cat, Jenny, hi you guys. I'm going to be doing all signs and your person, okay? So I'm going to be keeping track of well, you know, my little thing here, which I was supposed to highlight the crossing, but I haven't done. So let's see where, not that it, means anything, but all right. So we're going to start with Aries. Pisces dealing with Aries. So if you're a Pisces and you're dealing with an Aries, if your issues are with somebody who has Aries in their sign, or I mean if you what their top three, their sun, their moon, their rising. All right. And for those of you that are new to my channel, let me tell you, tarot has no gender. This is a general reading. Take what's yours and leave the rest. There can be a message for some people somewhere in here. I don't know. Please pay attention. You need to use your intuition. I'm not going to spoon feed you things. This is your life, your lesson. So you need to use your intuition and grow. Readings are timeless. This is past, present, future. The energy can be flipped. So remember, this is my human interpretation of energy. I'm doing it to the best of my ability. So you need to use your intuition. If it sounds like your person or it sounds like you, put it where it goes. If you'd like to book a reading with me, shoot me an email to starchanneltarot, that's one word, @gmail.com. Regular readings will arrive in 6 to 7 business days. Emergency readings will arrive in 24 hours. And if we book a live reading, then we'll figure out when is the best time for both of us. If you'd like to find out when the next reading will be, subscribe and set your notifications so you know when the next one will be. Because I jump around all the time, so there isn't anything like set in stone. And when the reading's over, if you resonate with the energy, leave an emoji or something so you know when the next reading will be. Last but not least, I want to thank everybody for your tips and donations. I know you guys work really hard for your money, so thank you very, very much. You're highly appreciated. Remember, it's all energy, so if you want stuff to return, you've got to keep your hand open. It's the open hand that gives and receives, not the closed hand. The closed hand doesn't get anything. All right. So straight up, we have the Eight of Swords, 10 of Swords, and 10 of Pentacles. So somebody feels stuck. There's been some kind of harsh ending. Aries feels stuck. There's been some kind of harsh ending, but also remember that this being stuck is a self-made construct. So this is telling me that this person did something to stick, they're in fear. there's clarity coming. Anything else? This person is manifesting you. Clarity coming. Okay. Yeah, you have messages incoming, but this person is still stuck in fear. Anything else? Yeah, there's been a separation where they're trying to figure things out. So I would give it some time because it doesn't look like... Terry, how are you? I haven't... yeah, see, look. I was about to close this energy, and look, they're looking to be healed. They're going to come in for healing, for reuniting. This person's depressed. Depression. Emotional turmoil. This person's not going through it. Is not having a good day. And they're trying to manifest you. So that tells me that they're trying to wash their hands of accountability. But Pisces, if you don't allow each person to grow, to face their fears, to speak their words, then they're not going to grow because you're being a crutch to them. So Pisces, Aries will come. You just got to be patient. All right, Taurus. Let's go with Taurus. What's happening with Taurus? Let's see. How are you guys doing? Anything new? Anything new over there? Taurus. Any good anecdotes? Any good news? We could all use good news, right? If I don't fall asleep, I've been sleeping so much. So those of you that don't know, there are a ton of retrogrades happening right now in the month of July. So July is going to be very emotionally dense and heavy. So take it easy on yourselves. If you go out, I will remind you, please be safe. People are popping off. That means there's major volatility in the energy. And most people aren't aware. Most people have no idea of what's happening. They're just reacting. So be safe. If someone starts yelling at you, if someone makes faces at you, just ignore them and walk away because people are extremely volatile right now. Oh my gosh, Dynamo, congratulations. Wow. It doesn't matter. Your person will it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Well, your person is depressed. They want to heal this. They want forgiveness. 5 of Cups. It's like they're in this limbo. And 3 of Coins. They want to collaborate, but these came out sideways. So it's like this energy that's still in flux. Oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds really, I mean, just, it's taking onus of your own life and moving forward with it. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do in this life. To hold on for somebody is incorrect. Let them come to you. Twin flame. 4 of Wands. They want stability with you. They want home, marriage. They've been thinking about you a lot. So this person is going through a period of healing right now because they want forgiveness. Yeah, they want to have a reunion. Will there be any action? Will there be any action? Oh, this person, Taurus, is going to be going through a tower moment. They're going to be... Yeah, because they have been inflexible, stubborn. They wanted to have control over a situation. Yeah, this person, they could have been dealing with their ego. They have to be right, a competitive 2 of Wands. They're trying to figure out how to move forward. Move forward towards the Empress. Look, I said twin flame. And look at what we got. We got the earthbound twin flames, Emperor, Empress. The earthbound, because if you're in if it shows up in the spiritual union, it's the high priestess and the hierophant. So the earthbound energy of the twin flame showed up, confirming what I said is twin flame. So if you're dealing with the Taurus, there's a very high possibility you could be, you're going to receive justice. The Devil, Eight of Coins. This person is working on mastering this toxicity. They are waiting. They're trying to be strong. Once again, so that they can have a new beginning. My advice, this person isn't ready yet, but my advice, if you're watching, is try to do something where you're brave. Because the opposing and the divine masculine right now is going through a lot of fear. A lot of fear, to be honest. It could be from anything from their actions through mental blockages, feeling like they're not enough, childhood trauma, fear, their ego. Where's ego? Fear. Where's that? Fear. They could be going through self-loathing, trauma, self-limiting beliefs, thinking they're not enough for you, they can't give you enough. It's these mental constructs that we create, right, about our self-worth. And this person is literally battling with the devil right now. So if you can do something to strengthen yourself, because you're twins, so as you advance, they'll advance as well. Do something you're afraid of, so that this person can strengthen in their courage, okay? The word that has been coming up for me, sovereignty. I'm very happy. Saying that all makes me feel it. And you saying all that makes me feel that's what I'm going. But that is what you're doing. Absolutely. You're not, you're not waiting on anybody to show up. You're continuing with your life. And that's the lesson. That's the lesson. This person will, already did show up, and it's a fated connection. Like, you ended up running into them from no accord of your own. So that's telling you that there's a fated element to your relationship. So it's just letting God, the universe, work how they may, and bring you two together when this person is ready. Because it's like when somebody loves you, genuinely loves you, there's nothing that can keep them away from you. Nothing. Think about you and the person that you love, or if you have a child, as in the general you, if you love your child, which I'm saying if you love your child, because there's a lot of people that don't act out of love, okay? All the things that you do to sacrifice for your children, all the things that you do to sacrifice for those that you love. So if you can do that, other people can do it for you as well. And you're going to become a more beautiful, resplendent version of yourself. You're going to be glowing because you're going to be doing something that was difficult. You're moving to a new place, and you're doing this all. It's like you're doing this all on your own. You know how amazing that is? Like, that you're actually moving forward with your life, and people are so afraid. Everybody's so stuck in things that people have to end up getting towers to move, to change their life. Well, Gemini. There's some choice. Whatever blockage has existed, there's some blockage that's getting removed. I think that's amazing, Dynamo. I think that's amazing. Five of Coins. This person feels abandoned, left out in the cold. There is the blockage that they had. And it's knowing that you will have difficulties, because without difficulties there isn't any growth, but also knowing that you're prepared. I have a girlfriend, and I have a girlfriend who battles with depression, and I talk to her, and she's an empath, and she was just telling me how she's going through such a difficult time right now. And I told her, you know, because I feel like people don't understand. People think that the older you get, the easier life is going to be. Life doesn't get easier. The lessons don't get easier. What's meant to happen is that you're meant to grow in your skill set, in your knowledge, in your self-love. And as you grow in your skill set, in your knowledge, in your self-love, as you heal your fears, as you heal your need for ego, as you heal your trauma, as you heal your self-limiting beliefs, you realize that all these things that were holding you back that life doesn't get easier, but you, in the version that you are, you ascend, you improve, you get better. So you're more capable of handling absolutely everything that life throws at you. Otherwise, life wouldn't throw that at you. Quite honestly, you will never be given a lesson, regardless of how hard, regardless of whether you end up homeless, regardless of whether you end up with a horrible illness. If God and the universe, whatever you deem to call God, if you weren't capable of surpassing those difficulties, I genuinely mean that. Even if you, not you, Dynamo, but if the general you, if you guys become sick and you have some horrible illness, which God forbid, but you know, things happen to us in this lifetime. They're all meant for growth, spiritual growth. When we lose, you know, every facet of our life brings upon a different level of growth. If you're open to see it and recognize it, acknowledge it, and grow with it. As we age, we lose our faculties. We lose our ability. We can lose our ability to walk. We can lose our ability to speak. Different things. But that's to teach you that your body is not real. What's real is the soul. It's not even your mind. I was listening to this. This study about consciousness, and because people think that your consciousness exists in the brain. Right? And there were so many people that had serious brain injury where there are cases, you guys can look it up, where they'll lose like 90% of their brain. And I remember this one girl who was 90% of her brain, and she had just the stem of her brain. And yet she functioned perfectly. And it baffled the scientists. And there are different cases. Like some, you know, one person would have like actual, like, I remember the one girl was 90% of her brain, and she was like doing well in school, she was advancing, and they were just baffled, like, how could it be that this person is operating completely normal? But that's because her consciousness did not exist in her brain. Her consciousness is outside of that. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. For some reason, I'm sure. Well, Gemini has been overthinking things, but they're trying to come out of this. Chariot, King of Swords, having clarity for a new beginning. They're going through some major transformation. There has been a dramatic ending. They could have been dealing with their ego. They're trying to come out of it. Once again, I remind you guys, let your person grow at their 5 of Wands. This person wants to heal. Gemini wants to heal. 4 of Swords, you're in separation. Healing. This person's healing right now. They're trying to figure out. They could have been deceitful. They could have been deceptive, and they walked away or ruined this relationship. Remember, so this person is coming. They're in a transformative stage right now. So you gotta hold space for them. You gotta hold space. Just remember, you know, like it's like the catch-22. as a high level empath, you need to start realizing that you are them and they are you, and we've all gone through the same lessons. So have grace on yourself for the lessons you do go through, because you guys could be going through all sorts of issues that I don't even know. But there's a reason why every single person, you're meant to go through. If you would not be given a high level of struggle if you were not meant to have the tools to heal and grow beyond it, okay? And B, so that you could learn and take in those experiences. Why would you be meant to take in those experiences? Well, because humans, for some reason or other, we require experiential knowledge. A lot of people can't deal with theoretical knowledge. What do I mean? It's that whole, people are not empathetic with the other person. And I'm not even talking with your romantic partner. I'm talking with the stranger on the street, until you go through the hardship, the difficulties that stranger on the street is going through. You're not going to, you're not going to feel somebody's pain when their mother has cancer, when their child has cancer, until your mother has cancer or your child has cancer. It's meant to grow your heart. It's meant to grow your empathy, so that you can connect with other people. Because it seems like a lot of people lack empathy nowadays. Eli, how are you? How are you? Dynamo, you're on a good path. Don't ever forget it, and don't be scared, always remember. And I tell you guys this because it really, I'm a serious big thinker. And I've thought, how is it that because what I do for you guys is I read cards, but in my daily life, I see things. I'm clairvoyant, I'm clairaudient, I'm claircognizant. I'm not a medium, so I as of now, I can't connect with, say, your people that have crossed over unless they send me specific messages, but I wouldn't be able to, I'm not capable yet of calling people over. Some people are, but I'm a channel, so I can channel. And I've often asked myself, how is it that I can do these things? How is it that I know? Because literally, man, I think everything I've known has come to pass, good stuff and bad stuff, right? I'm how do I know this? So it's made me sit and reflect, there's something that's either recording that it lets me tap in and shows me, because I'll see things from the past, I'll see things from the present, and I'll see things from the future. There isn't a timeline that my vision is stuck on. So I recognize that either spirit is allowing me to see certain things, which tells me that spirit is there, or spirit has recorded the things that are happening to you, where I can tap in to some kind of archival recording, which could be part of the Akashic records. I don't know. I'm just telling you from my limited vision, from what I know, from what's factual to me. So the fact that I can see these things, and I've wondered, why is it that I can see these things? It's because some higher energy has been there to record them for you, or is there with you. I personally, out of love, I believe that somebody is there with you. And these higher beings, whether they're your ancestors, your parents that have passed, your aunties that loved you, your grandparents, your great grandparents that you've never met that are still protecting you because you are their direct lineage, that are allowing me to see things. And that tells me that you are not alone. This person is returning. Cancer's returning. We're dealing with a twin. or they want union. What else do we need to know? They've been thinking about you a lot. I just don't want you guys to feel alone, because this is such a difficult time for so many people right now. I'm not even talking about in the States. I don't know if, well, I know by my breakdown, when they give us the YouTube breakdown, a lot of my viewers are not in the States. So every part of the world is going through something right now. It's not just the United States. But I just want you guys to know, you're absolutely not alone. We are not alone. And it's important to connect and stay together so that we can be strong. Okay? This person has been working on their ability to come into union. Cancer has. Union. They're returning. They've been working on things. They've been healing. They know they could have been in denial about you being their wish fulfillment, but yeah, they're going to come in with a love offer. They're going to come in with a love offer because they haven't in the past. They could have thought that for whatever, why is this upside down? What is it? Yeah, they had some kind of conflict. There's major, tell me about the death. Yep, look, it came out upside down. They want to have peace with you over this conflict. There's a major transformation going on right now, okay? So Cancer is in the midst of transformation. Be patient, my beautiful Pisces. They're coming. As I preach, as I get up on my little bully pulpit. I just don't want you guys to feel alone. And I don't mean to be preachy, but if there's somebody out here who feels alone, who finds this channel by accident, because this is a tiny channel. So if you're finding this channel, hopefully that message has gotten to you that you're not alone, okay? It's very important to me that you guys understand how connected we all are and that you're absolutely not alone. Well, we got Leo, Eli. We got some Leo. Look, this was flipping. This person wants to come in with some kind of apology, some kind of offer. Small, but Leo. They just chose the right wrong one when they picked me for looking at an easy target. Pimp 24. Well, I mean, I think you have to reframe that mentality. I don't think you need to think of yourself either as an easy target, and you don't have to think of them as somebody who came after you. 5 of Wands. There's competition here. Lisa, how are you? What's happening with, you're with Shabuzi, right? Oh, pedicure sounds so nice. I love pedicures. Aw, thank you, Dynamo. You know, a lot of people wonder, like, what is a karmic and what's a twin? A karmic is someone who will purposely be injurious to you, okay? A twin, regardless of what they've done, even if they've broken your heart, they didn't do it purposely to hurt you. And a twin is meant to guide you through your own soul ascension. And a twin will come into union if, A, the circumstances make it so. So what do I mean by that? It could be like after so many lifetimes you think, okay, I'm going to come together with my person finally because I need soul union. And, you know, from there you can take off and do whatever. But somebody asked me about like a false twin. A false twin, there isn't really a false twin. It's just it's the person's misconception of that union. So if that person did something wrong to you, was injurious to you, didn't treat you well, then it really isn't your twin. But it could be somebody that, you know, like with one of the readings, it was like the person right now, I can't remember which one it was, like the person didn't have very much money, so they were working on finances. So maybe they thought that they couldn't offer you the kind of lifestyle that they believe that you're worthy of having. So they would do things to like take themselves out of the situation. So you've got to understand like the difference. A karmic is, and everybody teaches us lessons. So it's whether your perspective, like if you're facing a karmic in a revenge perspective, that's bringing you down. Revenge is down here. Then you're really not learning the lessons of ascension. And you're welcome to stay down here in the revenge. This is your life. It's not my life. But I'm just letting you know where it vibrates. It's not an energy of healing. Eventually you hurt yourself because you consume yourself with lower energy. 5 of Swords. This person could have been deceitful and they want to give an apology. Yeah, they're trying to figure out how to come in with an apology. Leos. There's a lot of competition that they're afraid of. So either this is inside themselves, competition, or they could be afraid that somebody's going to come towards you. Let me see. What is this, please? What is this 5 of Wands? 4 of Swords. This has been a time of healing. There's been a separation. Healing. So maybe it is conflict within themselves. Yeah. Conflict within themselves. They want to have healing. So this person, conflict within themselves, that could have been their fears, their ego, their self-limiting beliefs, their childhood trauma. Also remember that the divine feminine being woken is meant to heal ancestral karma, you guys. So if you guys are actually working towards healing, like genuine healing, and remember, it's not like, oh, I did my healing and I'm done healing. No, healing happens for the rest of your life until you're dead, because every aspect of your life is going to bring you a new challenge. You're healing stuff from not just your lifetime, but many lifetimes before you. All of those people that came before you and were unable to heal that trauma, that passed it down to you. There comes a point where where the universe says the buck stops here, and you'll incarnate to live through a very difficult life for all the reasons I said before. Another reason is because you're supposed to heal your line. You're supposed to come into healing. And somebody, somewhere has to stand up and say, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. The buck stops here. I'm going to change things. I'm going to be the one who does things different. I'm going to be the one who looks at the world in a different way. I'm going to treat people in a different way. And that may be you. 3 of Cups. Oh, geez. Ugh. Upside down. Tell me more about this, please. I think this person wants to apologize to you because there could have been emotional interference, whether that's from a third party, an emotional third party, which it's making me feel emotional because it's Cups, but it could have also been family that was against you, their friends, or maybe they put work up in front of you, but they want to apologize. They're trying to figure out how to apologize for their misstep. There's been a separation. They want to be seen by you. They've had a lot of like inner conflict about this. They want to come in with an apology. I feel like this small offering is going to be the apology. They want to come in. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure it out. We have trying to figure it out. Communication. apology, trying to figure it out. 1, 2, 3 cards of figuring it out. 1 card of healing, but this is also thinking. So really 1, 2, 3, 4 cards of figuring out. Inner conflict. This Leo is trying to figure out how to come in. I feel like a lot of like shame and heavy energy from this, like regret. Not shame, regret. Sorry, not shame, regret. I feel regret. So this person is doing some healing work right now. Leo is, so once again, patience, right? Yeah, healing. Healing on the bottom of the deck. Damn, the sun. Clarity, healing, healing. Damn. 3 major arcana. The Fool. Healing, miracles happening. Clarity, happiness. And yes, a new beginning. So there's a new beginning lining up for Leo. So for Pisces dealing with Leo, you just got to be patient. This person's doing a lot of healing right now so they can receive clarity, so they can have a new beginning. Right? The mistakes people make. The mistakes people make. And we can't do anything about it because they got to make their own mistakes. They got to do their own healing. They got to do their own growth. Virgo. Fort Stevens. What's Fort Stevens? Oh, hold on. Just got clarification on this. Well, what sign is your person, Lisa? All right, we're doing Virgo. Virgo. What is coming for Virgo? No. 5 of Cups. This person is in very deep regret. Libra. Oh, I thought we were in Libra right now. I was like, are we on Libra? Oh, it's the next one. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, he's in deep regret. You know, it's just give him time. Have you have you studied? Yes, I do. I do live personals, where we'll do the same thing, but we'll do it over Zoom. I do personals and I do my business stuff because money is so, you know, I don't ever do recorded for money for business. I just do lives for business because I want to be, you know, because a lot of the times when I'm reading, like I tell you, like I say in the beginning, like my little intro, I'm doing my interpretation. So I'm going to be asking you questions like really fast so that people clarify, because especially when it comes to business, and if, you know, I get a lot of people that are struggling with business, like business owners, who, I don't even know how to say it, who might lose their business in a month if the financials aren't there. So I work with them a lot, and for me it's very important to do like a live, because I don't want to, like, if I you know how I ask a lot of clarifying questions, I want to get like instant confirmation, or am I on the right path this way? Because you know how every card has like multiple meanings, and I don't want to just have it be like I want, like, if you tell me no, that's not where it's going, or, you know, I'm going to keep on asking. You know how I ask, like, confirmation, and I'll ask over and over. So if you guys ever book a business one with me, a business reading or a love reading, come prepared with your questions. And ask me whatever you want, like genuinely, like don't be afraid. Like I always tell people, you can't hide things from a psychic, from a genuine psychic, and you can't hide things from a doctor. It's so funny how many people try to hide things, and it's like, you know, you see when they're lying, but what can I do? People lie to themselves. Okay, this person, Virgo, is in anxiety. 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, regret, 4 of Cups, thinking about things over and over. They're trying to heal. They're trying to heal all this crap. Also keep in mind, if you guys are going through a difficult time, your person, unless they're spiritually connected or they have somebody for guidance, is going to be going through a much more difficult time because they don't have anything. They probably think they're going crazy. They don't understand like all the stuff that's happening in, you know, in the collective, on the planet. It all adds up. The Sun, King of Cups. This person loves you. Virgo loves you. They're healing their trauma right now so that they can come in with an offering. Some kind of communication. Yeah, clarity. You are their happiness. They do love you. Yeah, they're healing this ego. They're healing their ego. So that means that they could have been controlling. They could have tried to be manipulative. You know what, you know, I'm just giving examples of toxicity, but you'll know what it is with this person. And that's what they're trying to heal. Look, it's right here. 1, 2, 3. Depression. They're in depression because of their own actions. This person is going through a healing phase, you guys. So 5 of Coins, 5, 5, 5. And that's also a sign of change. So change is going to be coming, but your person's going through a hard, justice. There's justice that's coming for all this. You know, and like keep in mind, like I don't understand, people don't believe karma is real. Karma is real. I can't repeat that enough. Karma is real. Whether it affects you now, next week, whether you have it passed down to your children, it is real. And it's just a matter of time. It comes back for everyone. So you really don't have to do anything. You just got to wait. You really don't have to do anything. And for people who think, oh, they're doing so well, you have no idea what happens when they go to sleep. You have no idea the thoughts that run through their head. You have no idea what God, Source, Spirit is, how they're working on them. You really don't. There's a darkness that envelops the soul. And that comes for everybody. It really does. And if they don't face it, then they'll go darker, they'll go deeper, and they'll end up cyclical. There's a darkness that comes for everyone, because it's supposed to wake you up. You need to go through the dark to get to the light. Libra. Libra, they want to have a new beginning. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Absolutely. You reap what you sow. People don't understand that. You know, a lot of people don't understand about correcting their life. They think, oh, I'm going to switch and get a new partner and things are going to be right. No. You're going to keep on repeating the same crap until you stop and say, oh shit, this is me. Everywhere you go, there you are. Because energy does not follow your skin suit. Energy follows your soul. Karma follows your soul. You're going to be repeating the same karmic loop, the same lessons. Karma just means lessons. So you're going to be repeating the same lessons, the same energetic lessons until you're like, fuck, this is me. This is happening because I'm not taking onus over my choices, over my actions. I'm just gaslighting myself, gaslighting others. People need to take accountability for their crap. This person wants to return. I don't know if it's meant to be like this or like this. I'm going to take it like this because it was like that. It could be because they think that somebody else is coming for you. They're also in conflict. But it looks like they're... it looks like they could be coming into a moment of enlightenment where they're going to come out of it. They're doing healing work. Healing. Things are going to come to light. They're figuring things out. Emperor. That's the divine masculine. So this person could have been stubborn. My way or the highway. Damn, twins. Lisa, didn't you say your person was a twin? That's my confirmation that the Libra. You know, and that also, like, I honestly feel like I'm pulling in on the energy of the people that watch. So, just so you guys know, it's like how the energy interacts. So what is this person going to do? Well, they want to return. They want to have a new beginning. Union. The Lovers. All right. Is this going to happen this year? Is this going to happen this year? Will there be communication this year? Will there be communication this year? Will there be communication this year? In 2025, will there be communication? Please make this very clear. Please make this very clear for everybody that's dealing with a Libra. Please make this very clear. Yep. Did you see that, Lisa? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? This is literally communication. Communication. That's the card for communication. That's the card of messages coming in. You're going to receive clarity. Stay strong. Yep. What kind of communication? You're going to receive communication that is clarity and that is a cup of love. Love. Let's see what this one is. Oh my gosh. Okay. This person is feeling like crap. 5 fives. What do you have any other fives? There's going to be change coming. 5-5. This person is going through an isolation period right now. They feel it, but they did it to themselves. You can't teach someone. You got to let them do it. You got to let people do it. I know it's hard because you love them. And I think, like, I'll tell you personally, my biggest lesson, because I genuinely don't look at, when I encounter people, I don't look at them, like, if I'm done wrong, I don't ever, like, look at them like, oh, this person did this to me. This person was mean to me. I look at, okay, I expand and I'm like, okay, this person has gone through this, all this trauma, all these things, and that has led them to this. It's like I always pull out. And I look at the bigger picture. And I feel like for a lot of empath Pisces who are aware, we tend to do this, like pull out and look down, not look down as in a derogatory way, but try to get a bigger picture. And we forgive people because we understand that to a certain extent, they're not operating from a true place of being injurious. And if they do, that's a self-preservation tactic that they learned because of fear, ego, trauma, self-limiting beliefs, right? So in seeing that how people self-sabotage themselves, you can recognize it. But growing from an empath to a healer means setting boundaries for these people. It's like, okay, I understand that this person isn't doing things necessarily to hurt me. They're being reactive. They're acting in the way that they're used to and the way that they were taught for their own survival, for whatever happened to them in their life. But if you continue in that vein, then neither party will ever grow. You have to say, all right, I understand where you're coming from, but there's also a boundary that I'm not going to let you to continuously hurt me because you're hurt yourself. Hurt people hurt people. So you have to set a boundary, especially for Pisces, because I feel like once again, like a self-aware empath Pisces, because there are plenty of Pisces that are not self-aware, and there are plenty of Pisces that are not connected to their empathic abilities because they're not willing to be vulnerable. So it's learning that when people do that, that you say, no, you're not going to do that with me. You can go do that with other people, but I'm not going to wish you ill. I'm just going to be in peace over here on my side of the street. Yeah, but that's what you're doing when you're a devil's advocate, right? You're looking at everything from different perspectives. The card was found on my walk in the bushes. I found a random playing card for 8 of clubs. Yep, that. But it's not random. Did you see it? You just got it again. That was a total sign for you, Lisa. When you guys, that's another thing. When you guys get blatant signs, say thank you to your ancestors, thank you to your spirit guides. Be like, thank you. You got to acknowledge these things and thank them so that they continue speaking. Because it's like that conversation. If somebody isn't, like when you have a friend who you're the one who's always calling, you're the one who's always initiating first contact. After a certain point, you get tired. You're not going to reciprocate because you're like, dude, this person doesn't care. So remember to be grateful. Being grateful is an important lesson. And that's great. They're communicating with you. That's like a very obvious message. Like you're receiving communication. Just hold fast. And remember, we're in a strong manifesting energy. And I think the full moon is on tomorrow, maybe. I think the full moon is tomorrow. So volatility is a time of change. Things are going to change. So manifest, Lisa, manifest. What is the life that you want? What is the life that Lisa wants? You've got to look at it and operate emotionally from being there. What do you want? Make that who you are. Look at yourself in the mirror and see yourself as that person. And that's the life that you will have. People don't understand that everything we have exists because of our perception of it. So you need to change what you're seeing so that everything you want comes out the way. And this is a powerful time. Not only is it a powerful time for the whole planet, but there's a certain section of people that actually understand and that are pushing things forward. Tapping into that energy. Remember, there's the 8/8 portal, which is a massive portal. It's Lionsgate, August 8th, and we have the full moon, which is I don't know what the full moon is in, but these are powerful movements beyond our comprehension. Page of Coins for Scorpio. This person is coming in. This may be our first check mark. Hold on, I don't want to give it. Coming in. Some kind of small apology. 10 of Cups. Clarity. They're coming in. They love you. They're trying to find strength. They're going to have a tower moment. Okay, so this person is distraught. They're depressed. They're going to be coming in. They're trying to find strength. So they're trying to be brave. So something happened that was, devastating to the relationship. They love you. They're going to be coming in. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, they're going to go through some kind of tower moment, and they need to be strong to come in. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, And really, all of these signs, go be brave. Go do something that you're afraid of doing. And whether it's, I know it sounds something stupid and menial, like if you're afraid of, what are you afraid of? If you're afraid of trying spicy food or eating something different, go do that. Go order from a menu from a restaurant that you don't understand, and pick the numbers and then just eat it. You're gonna be fine. Oh, there you go. Shabuzi is also a Scorpio. There you go. Go do something that you're afraid of, please, because it's pushing the energy forward. And especially right now that this is a manifestation period, a strong manifestation, because you can manifest the whole year round. You can manifest your whole life. But where the planets align for this manifestation, that's powerful. That means you have God, the universe, putting oil in your gears so that stuff can change. So that doesn't happen very often. Doesn't happen very often. Sagittarius. Sagittarius isn't sleeping. They're staying up thinking about all the crap that happened. They want to come in with an offer. 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. But remember, the Ace of Pentacles is the slowest energy in the whole deck because it's going from thoughts to manifestation. So what do I mean? Thoughts. Swords are thoughts. Swords are thoughts. Then wands. Wands are passion. Cups. Cups are love. And then the pentacle is the actual manifestation of this. It's the actual, I can hold it. I've thought about it so long. I had the idea. I want to make a pentacle. Then I had a passion for it. Oh, I really feel I'd like to build a house, but I need pentacles to build this house. Then you're like, oh, there's a big difference from going from passion, inspired action, to love. A deep love, a deep unconditional love, where when it's deep unconditional love for the thing that this pentacle will bring you, then you're operating from a different place. You cannot operate from unconditional love down here. Unconditional love requires all the chakras to be open and lined up. If you don't do the healing work for each chakra, then you get stuck. You get stuck wherever you get stuck. You may not be able to speak your truth. You may not be able to see things. You may have walls where you're not vulnerable. Whatever it is. Once you have that unconditional love, once you're able to line up, then you go into manifestation. Full moon in Capricorn, you guys, is coming up. I'm telling you, this is an important time. There's massive healing right now for Sagittarius. So they're going through some kind of tower moment. They're trying to come in correct. They're coming. Tell me about this devil, please. So a tower moment, for those of you that don't speak tarot, a tower is, we have communication. Can be communication for Pisces. Is a tower moment, can be an epiphany, can be something extremely difficult that happens in your life, a loss, losing their job, losing the conception of what they believe that they we're going to have like the beginnings of anything. It's just something that shakes their fundamentals, that makes them think a different way. Whether that's actually, this can also be them waking up in the middle of the night and be like, what the fuck am I doing? I've been messing things up. Another good sign, this person is going from a Knight of Wands to a King of Wands. So they're doing the work. They're leveling up. They're going to have some kind of tower moment that is going to bring them the healing from whatever toxicity they've had. They want a new beginning, and you're going to receive messages. This could also be that they're obsessively thinking about you. Tell me about this Devil, please. Is that thoughts or is that toxicity? They're healing. They're healing toxicity. They're healing toxicity right now. It came out like that. So whatever they're doing, healing, they're healing right now. For a new beginning. So if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, be patient. All these people are healing right now, but it makes sense with the energies, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. Earth sign, Capricorn. Full moon in Capricorn is coming. Prepare. You guys can set some intention, moon water out. That's a really good idea, actually. That's what I'm going to do. You've got clarity coming from a Capricorn. Yep, they want to be victorious with you. Three of Cups, they want to have union, communication. Okay, this person wants to return. They could have walked away, self-sabotaged. Yeah, they want to return. They want to come out of hermit. And they could have walked away, self-sabotaged, because they were in their ego. They wanted to have things their way. They wanted a party. They wanted to... this is like the player upside down, the shadow energies of this. So you guys, I don't have to go into that. You know what that means. Three of Wands, they want to move forward. They want to move forward. Hold on, it fell. Ugh. I don't know if it was upside down or downside. I don't know how it was. I'm going to put it back in. The moon, this person is afraid right now. They're acting in fear. They're watching you. They're watching you. So to gather information, they're watching you. There could have been, they could have been blocked. And that's why they walked away. Could have been blocked by their ego, by the need to be putting themselves first before you. They're trying to gain mastery over this crap, over these negative behaviors. Yeah, they're trying to gain mastery over these negative behaviors, the Devil. 10 of Wands, they're trying to gain mastery over these negative behaviors. They're doing a lot of healing work. So just be patient. Was this a third party thing? Let me ask, because I'm just getting like third party energy, but I want to clarify before I say that. Let's see. Was this a third party with Capricorn? Was this a third party with Capricorn? Queen of Wands. Nine of Wands. And Man. I think there could have been a third party, whether that's family, friends, or work, or an actual person. They put a wall up between you guys. But that wall isn't. Tell me about this wall. Yeah, the Emperor came out sideways, their ego. They weren't willing to be vulnerable. You also remember, like, walls are metaphors for blockages. They want to be stable. They want to be stable, but they feel 5 of Coins. They're feeling unstable. They're trying to figure out how to come in with some kind of apology. They're feeling a lot of anxiety, instability within themselves, Capricorn. And Three of Swords, they're a lot of heartbreak. And remember, Capricorn is an earth sign. So they're about the coins, about the material. So for them to feel like this hits a Capricorn, hits an earth sign different than it would like a water sign, because they energies that are more earthbound. Yeah, and remember, your person could have something like this somewhere in their chart, especially under finances. They require a certain level of financial stability to feel comfortable within their own skin, which we all know is not true, but it's part of the human construct we create for ourselves, right? All right. It's a part of the lessons, because money does not make the man or the person. All right, Aquarius. Let's see. Angel Pitkin. Hi, Angel. I think it's Pitkin. I can't see it from here. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Aquarius. Let's see what's coming for Aquarius. Oh, what was that? Hold on. We have communication. Is Aquarius going to be our first check mark? This person is depressed too. They're in regret. They're going to receive clarity. Yeah, look, they're emotional. You know what? I feel like it's a translation of what's happening literally on the planet right now. And a lot of people don't understand what's happening. So if it's hitting you hard, it's hitting them even harder. They want a new beginning with you. They want a new beginning with the Empress. Assuming that you're a divine feminine. Remember, tarot has no gender. They could have been blocked in the past. Is this how they see Pisces, or is that them? Is this Pisces or is this Aquarius? Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. 5, 6 major arcana. That's telling me, because I keep on asking the same question. I keep on asking Spirit, is this Pisces or is this Aquarius? Like, what is Aquarius dealing with? And it's telling me Aquarius is manifesting you. Things are going to change. There's going to be a turn that you don't understand that's happening. They're trying to find strength so that they can come approach you, because there is a spiritual connection. But they're not telling me whether this is Aquarius is single now or whether Aquarius sees you as this. So 9 of Pentacles is somebody who's got their own stuff going. They're abundant, beautiful. The only difference between this energy and the Empress is that the Empress can be married and this one is not married. So this is a single energy. But you can be thriving and be single. The only difference, the Empress can also be single, but this one is only single. The 9 of Pentacles is always single, independent, not married. This one can be married. It's the difference. I think this is, yeah, this is you. This is Pisces energy, how they see you. They see you, and there's a spiritual connection, soul contract, and they're doing healing work right now. You're in separation. This person is emotional. They will communicate. Yep, you got justice coming for you. This is karma for the imbalanced situation that's happening. You've got justice coming for you. You just got to hold on, okay? And this is a spiritual this is a spiritual connection if you're with an Aquarius. Probably if you've got a soul contract coming with this person. So there are lessons you need to learn with this person is what I'm trying to get at. Making sure they're all upright. All right. And that's Pisces underneath. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, happiness, and they're returning. That's what they're thinking about, how they can return to Pisces. All right. To Aquarius, yeah, how Aquarius can return to Pisces. All right. Last but not least, our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Pisces. All right. Let's see. How much time are we on? Oh, 70 minutes already. That's crazy. Okay. All right, Pisces, dealing with Pisces. What was my, hold on. I'm at 38% of battery. I haven't done like the new, I haven't upgraded my phone with the, you know, just because I'm like, I don't know, I haven't, so I don't know if like, you know, I don't know if you guys know that, but like, I have an iPhone, and they'll make the older phones or the ones that haven't done updates go slower and the battery go faster so that they force you to buy a new one. So I'm just like, I don't ever buy like a new phone right away. I wait till my phone dies. So I've never been that kind of person like I need to have a new this and new that. No, if it works, it's still good for me. Why would I, you know, switch it? I don't care about that kind of stuff. Pisces, dealing with Pisces. What's coming in for Pisces? Well, that's you right there. This is going to be seriously geared towards you. You know, I would do Pisces with Pisces first, but I just thought of that. Somebody's probably asking if you've been holding on. But the only reason I don't is because if I jump around, sometimes I forget. And I remember once I forgot, I think it was like a Gemini or something, and somebody was like, where's Gemini? And I'm like, oh man, I have to do it in order. But I always want to do Pisces first because I feel bad because Pisces always has to wait. You have some kind of union. Yep. Look at you right here. Pisces, Pisces, union, and 7 of Wands. Why is the 7 of Wands here? Someone has been thinking about you. Does that mean that there's a change in perspective? They want to come in with an offering. So it's somebody who could have upside down King of Wands energy, that shadow energy. Somebody who was in and out, who was controlling, who wanted to have their cake and eat it too, not fully give to the relationship. 4 of Swords, somebody that you're in separation with. So whether this is your Pisces, that you're dealing with another Pisces and you're in separation from them, or, you know, somebody else, although this is Pisces with Pisces, but, you know, if you're a Pisces, like, I feel like this will resonate with you because it could be union with yourself. This person has not been sleeping. They go over it, mental anguish, whatever they did. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune is here. This is out of our control. The clock is turning. This is out of our control. This is karma. Destiny. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. This is karma. This is karma. Justice. This is coming. The difference is justice. If you're meant to deal with something negative, because, you know, everyone does fucked up things, right? The whole point is for us to learn and not repeat them. But Wheel of Fortune upright is like you're in for something good. So something good is coming towards you. You need to stop worrying. Yep, there's some healing that's happening. We've got the lunar eclipse. So we're getting a timing card. This is our first timing card. Can someone check when the lunar eclipse will be? There's a lot of anxiety. There could be competition. That whatever change is coming, it's giving us a timeline for the lunar eclipse. Okay. So I don't know when the next lunar eclipse will be. If it's not at that lunar eclipse, it'll be happening around a lunar eclipse. So be aware. If you are watching this video, and I tell people all the time, if an old video shows up for you, it's meant for you. It doesn't have to be my old video. Somebody else's, it's like, hey, for you, or it just pops up, or you got to listen to the messages that are coming to you, because they're coming to you for a reason. Thoughts on destiny versus the law of thoughts on destiny versus free will? Thoughts on destiny. Thoughts on destiny versus free will. True. There's going to be a major transformation happening. It's coming. You're waiting. True free will doesn't happen until you go above here. Like you need to have a massive ascension. Otherwise, you're still on the plane. So the way I explain, the way I see it is like, whatever city you're in, sometimes you have to get on the highway, the freeway, the major traffic roads to get to whatever path you need to go to. So it's a set path, and everybody has to go on that path to get to wherever you're meant to, right? That would be destiny. But the more you learn about your life, about your path, about your karma, about your dharma, that means dharma is your path for healing, what you're meant to do, how you're meant to grow, your purpose, your spirit's purpose, not your human meat bag purpose, your spirit's purpose for this incarnation. Then your free will would be whereas destiny is like you have to jump on the freeway, the highway, the road, whatever it is. It'd be like knowing, hey, I don't have to jump in a car to get to this point. I could walk there. I could take a plane there. I could ride my skateboard. I can ride my bicycle. I can go through the mountains. I can go through the hills. I can take a boat there. I can even crawl there. There are different ways to get, but in order to understand all the facets, all the ways that you can get to the same place, you have to go through all the lessons, right? You have to go through every path, figure it out, to how to get up here. And because so many of us are stuck in lower energies, we can't have this massive domain up here, because it's like, it would be like giving somebody who is inept the nuclear codes, if you get what I'm saying. It's giving too much power to somebody who's not prepared for that power. So it's eventually on your path of ascension, you will arrive there. And I feel like that's probably like when you end up at the level of a master healer. So what's a master healer? For those of you who don't know, that would be like Jesus or Buddha, or there's a couple. There's Yogananda. There's a couple of master healers, people that have done massive work. So yeah, it just depends on where you are in your path. the more work you do, the more you realize that, you know, literally you can escape the matrix. The matrix is meant for growth, for ascension, for dealing with our karma, for finding our dharma, so that we can move through this. I mean, that's my perspective. September 7th through 8th, that, I think we had a reading where it said something about autumnal equinox. I think it was for a Pisces reading. So that, that lines up. September 7th through the 8th is the lunar eclipse. So if you guys are dealing with a Pisces, or if you're a Pisces yourself, pay attention. Lunar eclipse. So that's before the end of summer. That's like, what, 7 weeks? What are we on today? Today's the 9th. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9 weeks. That's like 9 weeks away from us. 8 to 9 weeks away from us. So be aware, because it can be a shift, you guys. And we've been getting that message recurringly, okay? All right. Let's see. All right, let's do some quick. Let me see how I'm doing on my battery. Hold on. 30. Okay. Let me pull some. Let's see what's happening for the collective. Let me put some. Let's see how it lines up with your reading. I can't believe it's already. Oh, man. Let me use the restroom, take a potty break, and I'll be back, and we'll do, I'll just check energy. I'll do a general collective reading. We'll see where your person is. So, and you guys can see how it lines up with everybody. And also, we didn't get any check marks today. Nobody's ready for movement yet. So that tells me that people are like in this volatility state. Okay, let me go use the restroom. Use the restroom. I'll be back like in 2 minutes. beautiful? Where's my beautiful babies? Hello, my beautiful baby. My beautiful babies. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Oh, there's only 6 of us. Who's still here? Let's see. Can I see who's still here? Let me see. Participants. I don't know. All right. All right, there we go. Let's see. All right, Lisa, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with these people. Let's see. Let's put this over here. Let's do some gypsy. Yay! Oh, Providence. Hi, are you new? Cute creaky door. Yeah, I should probably oil it, I guess. But that way you guys know when I'm coming in. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Okay, we have the energy of wife, which is energy of union. Oh, thank you, Providence. But you know what? I also tell people it's like there's a ton of energy readers. And I don't mean to say some are fake and some are real, although some are fake and some are real. But also remember that people can only read the energy where they're at their energy level. And, they have to do a lot of work. We all have to do a lot of work. But if you're going to be reading energy, you have to do a lot more work to be more expansive and to be able to see more. So sometimes you may get a reader that doesn't understand anything that you're saying or gives you something totally wrong. Doesn't mean that they're not a good reader. It just means that it's like they're capable of only FM radio stations and you're an AM radio station. So they just don't have the skill set. They haven't expanded enough to be able to read you. So everybody's on a different level, and it's so hard to find somebody who can read your energy if you're higher than they are. And that doesn't at all, I'm not trying to have any type of connotation of hierarchy. It's not. It's just like I wish there was like a different word where it depicts a level of ascension without having any type of hierarchical feeling to it. All right, this person is depressed. We got depression. They're feeling sick. This is like a 9 of Swords. I had to get off and back on now. Where is Star now? Oh, I'm doing a regular collective for Pisces. We just finished all the signs, and I'm just doing like a regular because I have like, let me see how much battery I have. I have 23. Mastered the art of being an effective communicator. Oh, me? Oh, thank you. I don't know if you meant me or you, but I try to break things down into consumable bites. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with like information. I want things because we're all on different levels, and even those of you that may be more advanced, there's also people on here that are not. So, yeah. I try to make things as, at least my perspective of how I see life and the things that I've been shown. And if you guys were here in the beginning where I talk about how everybody's connected, and part of the reason that I understand that we're connected is because of my ability to see. This person is waiting. They're depressed. Look, sighs. They're sad. They love you. They want to have a conversation with you. They're trying to let go of their ego. They want to come in as a lord. They're trying to fix their finances so that they can be happy with you. They're very sad about this ending that happened between you guys. Oh, I haven't done Lenormand in a while. Let's do our Lenormand. Okay, some kind of there have been obstacles that have been in the way of a new beginning. Yeah. A lot of pain, a painful ending regarding this union, but there's communication coming. And with that communication, we have abundance. You're moving toward abundance and communication and healing. Destiny. Tell me about these obstacles. Will they be overcome? Can you tell us anything about these obstacles? Yeah. You're going to have stability and abundance. And love. These obstacles will be overcome. You'll have abundance, love, and stability, union and communication, a new beginning. Stability. The bear awakens from hibernation. Look, this person is awakening from their depression. This person, don't focus on the gender. This person, who, regardless of whether your person is a man or a woman, has been going through a lot of difficulty, depression, isolation, fear. This is, the mice are always like anxiety, fear, illness, poverty, all the bad stuff, which I think our mice are pretty cute, but that's what they've been. That's what they're significators for. They're waking up. They're coming into stability and healing, happiness. And get another deck. Oh, Jenny, I did an all signs, if you're still here. So I don't know what sign your person is, but hopefully somebody watching will timestamp it. Okay, there's been a karmic relationship. There's a divine feminine. Things are growing, healing. Divine timing. Healing, inner growth, intimacy. Your person wants to have your person's doing the work. It's the healing work, right? In divine timing, something that Wheel of Fortune stumps. The difference between the major arcana and the minor arcana. Major arcana are things that we have absolutely no say. They're like the guardrails so that humanity doesn't go crazy. We have no say. We can't do anything about that. This person's going to take a chance. So if there's a third party, this person is being strategic in becoming single. So that could be for whatever reason. Let's ask, because it was underneath. Let's ask. Let's put the divine masculine, the divine feminine against the karmic. Hold on, let me put these away. Let me see how much battery we have, because I don't want this. It's happened to me before where my reading dies in the middle, and then I'm like, man, you guys are probably not meant to hear whatever. Or when I've had a reading and it just deletes, I'm like, man, hopefully whoever was ever meant to see them, because it happens. Whoever was meant to hear those messages, hopefully they heard them when they were meant to hear them. Oh, I want to use this one. Let me see how much battery I'm on. All right, we're on 19 now. 19. All right. Okay, so something with this third party is hidden. You don't know what's happening. Something is hidden. Something is not, it's not what it appears to be. So if you think they're happy, they're not happy. If you think that this person is living it up, they're not living it up. Oh, something is going to change, but to this person, it's not unexpected. There's going to be a change. This tells me that this person has been kind of like biding their time. There will be change, but they already know that not the third party, I don't know if the third party, but your person is preparing. It might be unexpected for the third party. Yeah, your person is trying to make changes. It's a divine masculine. Let me put this away. This person misses you. So this is very unstable, because this is supposed to be stability. It's not. It's not. So what does that mean? That means, remember, home isn't just home. It's where you feel safe. It's where you feel accepted. Like, you gotta, when you're reading energy, don't just focus on the denotative answer. Like, you've got to understand the meaning of home. Home can be, what it connotes. So are we talking about their stability, where they feel safe? This is not. Which tells me, obviously, this is where it's at, right? People, I think the biggest and one of the biggest lessons is like, what happened to my other card? I just lost a card. It probably went in one of my decks. I'm gonna have to look for it. Anyway, when a third party gets involved, it's like, why is there a third party? Why is there a third party? It can be because there are all these lessons that this person needs to learn, and they couldn't learn it from you. So there's a separation so that this person can go through lessons. This person's watching you. Even if you don't. So what does that mean? If you're not on social media, they can be looking at old pictures that they have of you. If there are no pictures that they have of you, then they're thinking about you. There's secrets that have been kept. This was, just like I said, this was divine intervention. This person wants to communicate, but they're scared. They keep on erasing. This person is going to become single. Things here in this relationship haven't changed. So they've been toxic. They're not healing, is what I'm saying. So that I think that's part of the reason that this change is coming. But I feel like this person has been afraid. Yep, this person has been afraid. They're also afraid of facing you. Things are not what they seem. Okay, let me ask some. You got some kind of commitment, union coming toward you. Let me see. I'm going to ask about this. Can you tell me more about this energy? Is this person this person is hiding their true feelings. But they're going to surrender. They're going to surrender. What are they? Divine timing. It's all a matter of divine timing. And they're healing. What is this person going to surrender to? Can you please tell us what this person's going to surrender to? Don't forget to throw an emoji to the union. And with that, my beautiful, how many times does the universe, God, whatever you like to call spirit, source, how many times do they have to tell you that this is all happening for a divine reason? I do this live so you guys can see. You know, when I do like the short 10-minute videos, which I was going to do a bunch, but right now my battery's going to die and I feel zapped, so I won't, but there's nothing, I mean, right now you can use the manifestation energy. This person was not committal before. Things are going to change because they're healing. But this is all about divine timing. Divine, 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 divine. There comes a point where everybody is tested. You're tested on your faith. Because I can tell, really, what always shows up is that you're gonna come into union with your person, right? It's just how many ups and downs are you gonna go through before you're in union? I'm trying to help you guys come into something more stable so you can come into union. But from the beginning of the book to the end of the book, I'm telling you you're ending. You're gonna be in union. We're just trying to figure out how many chapters are in between before you come into union. So, if anything, once again, I'm going to repeat this to you. If you're feeling down, if stuff is not happening for you yet, mark this, rewatch it when you're feeling down. You know, timestamp it where it means something to you, where there's a special message to you. It doesn't even just have to be with my readings. With other people's readings where you hear and you're like, that really resonates with me. I'm in a funk now. I'm going to go back and rewatch this. Start feeding your brain stuff that is going to make you feel better. Oh, you know what? I haven't finished my website. I just have my email. My email is, that's what I also have to work on today. Star Channel Tarot, one word. Star Channel, like CHANNEL, Star Channel Tarot @gmail.com. And I put that there. I'm a channel. I'm not a medium, so I can't communicate with your past. I can't call in your past loved ones. Because unless they send me, like, I'll get messages, but I'm, like, for instance, God, what's her name? With the big hair, she's a medium. She can, what's her name? I really love her. She's so cute. She was married to she's Italian. She's blonde from New Jersey. I forgot what her name is, but she's a medium. I'm a channel. So it's a little different. We're still connected to spirit, but you know, she has a really strong capacity to communicate with the people that have passed. And I communicate with source. Neither is better than the other. It's just like everybody, you know, it's like if you need to go to like a orthopedic surgeon or a I don't know, if you're having cardiovascular problems, like completely different things. They're, you know, both valid. And there are people that are above both of us that can do way more than us. You know, like Kim Krantz. Like, I'm sure she can do a ton, because if you guys are new to my channel, the work that this woman has made, you know what? I'll do a Kim Krantz reading next time, because her stuff is amazing. She's got to be super connected, like way, like leagues above me, because the stuff that she's created for us is amazing. You have to be deeply, deeply connected to source. Yes, the Long Island medium, Teresa Caputo. I love her. She's so cute. I was so bummed when when her and her husband broke up. But, I mean, you know, she was giving to herself. I hope they come back together, because I do feel like they're meant to be together. I really hope they come back together. When I see them, you know, it's like a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. And they love each other. So I don't know if he was unfaithful. I don't know if he just got tired. I don't know what happened. But I really do hope that they find their way. Because I do feel like, especially because she's so elevated, they're twins. I really feel like they're twins. So I hope that they can come back together in this lifetime. Just so that we can see it and we can see her be happy. Just like I want all of you guys to be happy. All right, you guys, I'm at 14 now. Be prepared. This is coming. The only reason I ask about that third party, I don't even want to ask, because that's giving that energy life. But I'm just asking because I know a lot of you guys are dealing with these issues. But this too shall pass. And remember, every day, everything is getting better. Every day, everything gets better. Everything is getting better. We're moving to a spiritual place of abundance, you guys. And that, remember, everything starts in the spiritual and then leads into the material. So whether you're going through something financial, if your health is not well, if it's your romantic life, if it's your mental health, if it's your emotional health, just hold on, okay? Give yourself a day, every day. And sometimes if things are really difficult, sometimes you have to go day by day. Sometimes you can go week by week, but sometimes, you know, life gets really hard and you're going hour by hour. So know that I love you, and I pray for all of us, for all of our protection, and so that we all may have guidance and protection so that we can fulfill our dharma. I love you guys. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye. I'm going to try to come back on tonight if I don't fall asleep, but I've been so exhausted from this energy. I'm trying to have people who don't get a chance to see this in the morning see it. You know, I'm talking about people that are all over the planet. So, because I have a lot of followers like in Asia and in Europe. So I'm in Australia. So I'm trying to get all those people to be able to watch live. So, I love you guys. Be kind to yourselves and be kind to everybody.